Okay, this is the motor. Came out of the driver's side. I bought this cable from Home Depot. It's 1/16 coated green, and it's a little bit more flexible than the cable that came off this motor, but it should still work. So one thing, like I said, it's important to note is the measurements of the cables that came out. The rear cable is 6'9", and the front cable, the one that closes the door, is 5'1". And what I showed you in the other video was when the door is open, from the end of the cable to this point is roughly 9 inches. So what I did was I measured this 9 inches, so that means that the other cable has to be more or less close, and I routed that around the cable properly. Once that's routed, the other cable you just route around the inner pulley, and don't worry about that, you know, if that's exact, because that can be adjusted by lifting this up and turning it like this. So once we get everything in, I can fine-tune it a little. Okay, to take this panel off, it's not too bad, but you just have to remove a couple of bolts. In particular, the seatbelt one, we have to take this panel off. We have to take that speaker out, and we have to take the jack out because there's a couple of screws in there to hold this panel. Okay, what makes it easier? Open the rear window and take off the trim. You know, just the bottom parts, so enough so that, you know, this panel can come off. There's the speaker removed. You have to remove the 3 screws, and there's one more screw right there you have to remove. And where the jack is, take it out, and there's a screw right there. You have to remove that, and then there's another screw right there to take out. Alright, and this is the panel removed now, so you can see what it's like. Also forgot this trim take off, so it's easy to take out. But anyway, that's where the motor goes, and I'm going to try to put it in now. Okay, just a word of advice. Unfortunately, I had to find out this the hard way. Before you put this in, put these 2 rear connections first. There's a blue one, and then there's another one with a brown connector in the back. Because once this is in, it's going to be very hard to plug this in. So just to let you know. Alright, as you can see, that's the motor. And you do not have to remove the motor to replace the cable. Just remove the plate, the front plate, which is this. And you have access to the pulley. Remove the center nut, and the pulley should come out. And the green wire, route it from the outside in. It's easier. And now let me show you what I did, how to attach the bracket. Okay. The original idea that I had did not work. The cable broke. So what I did was I bought this, I guess, ground lug at Home Depot, and I shaved off the leg, and it fits perfect. And just to show you what one looks like when it's not grounded, I didn't grind it yet. It's this. So if you use this and take off the leg part and grind this round piece a little, it should fit perfectly. And I think it's going to give a more stronger connection than just trying to crimp a ferrule onto the cable. Okay, I figured out the problem. You have to reset the door. In order to do that, you have to close the door fully in its closed position, and the door will reset automatically. And once I did that, this door started working. Okay, I'm going to close the door using my key fob. Locks properly, and now I am going to open it. Oh, wrong door. And looks like it's working. Alright. Try to take as much slack out as possible to get it tight. And I don't know if you can see it, but the those ground lugs I used seem to be holding pretty good. I don't see any signs of coming loose. Okay, so just wanted to show you the parts that I used to fix the sliding door motor. Obviously, the most important part was the cable. This is 1/16 inch coated cable from Home Depot. I think this is about 31 cents per foot. So you need 13 feet altogether. You need 2 separate cables. The rear cable, the one that's responsible for pulling the door open, is 6'9", and the front cable, the one that's responsible for closing the door shut, is 5'1". As far as hooking up the cable inside to the pulley motor, you want to crimp these on. These are 1/16 ferrule and stop sets. You can use either the stops or the ferrules. I use the stops. I crimped them down, and I was able to more or less, file them down with like those pliers or a file. It's pretty soft, so it can fit inside the pulley. This I think was about $1 and change from Home Depot. And for the connector to the door, which I had to use by trial and error until I found something that worked, this is a terminal lug, Thomas Betts terminal lug. It's the model number, if you can see it, is L35-B2. And what I did was I just used the screw and lug part. I shaved off the leg with a grinder because I didn't need it, and that worked out pretty good. And the screw part, you want to be on the bottom, facing down to the ground when you hook up the cable to the door. Otherwise, if the screw is facing up, it might not have enough clearance. And these come 2 in a pack. So, one pack will be enough to do one door for the cable pulling the door open and the cable pulling the door closed. So altogether, you have parts here equaling less than $10, I guess, to fix the door. So far, it's working pretty good. Hopefully, it'll stay that way. And if you have a broken cable with your Honda Odyssey, you can give this a shot. It should work. Also, forgot to mention, on mine I had to replace both cables because both cables got damaged. If you get lucky, you might only need to replace one cable if the other cable did not get damaged. So I forgot to mention that.